Hey everyone, Scott here with Active Realty and the Genung team, back with another Temecula market update for June 2022. I really appreciate the viewer feedback because once again I've decided to change up how I'm going to be looking at the data based on what you guys want to see. So last month I looked at square footage and average price of each house based on its square footage in these different neighborhoods here in Temecula. This month I decided to go ahead and look at the average price for homes based on the number of bedrooms that they have. Because we get a lot of people, clients, prospective buyers coming in and asking, I wonder how much will this house cost, if it's 3 bedrooms in this neighborhood or 4 bedrooms in this neighborhood. And so we want to make sure we give you that kind of information if that's what you're looking for. So that's what this month's data is going to be based on. Something else to keep in mind is that this data for May is going to reflect what the market was like in April when most of these homes went under contract. Since April, the interest rates have gone up, the buyer demand has decreased, and the inventory has gone up. So the market that we're working in right now is different than what it was just a couple months ago. I'm going to touch on this topic again after I present the data to you, but keep that in mind as you start looking at these numbers with me. Without further ado, let's jump in. Starting with Morgan Hill, I want to point out that I'll be talking about how many single-family homes sold last month in this neighborhood, how many went over the list price, and how many days homes are on the market on average before going under contract. All that info is listed right here. I then took the homes that were sold, so the 7 homes here in Morgan Hill, and grouped them based on the number of bedrooms they had. The number of bedrooms are listed down here. Groups with 2 homes include the average price between them, while groups with 1 home will just have the sale price of that single home. Groups of 3 or more will also include the median home price. Most of the time the median price is going to be fairly close to the average price, but there are a few groups where there is a larger gap due to outliers. So we see that 7 homes sold in Morgan Hill last month, with 6 of them going for over asking price. They were on the market for an average of 14 days before going under contract. And for a 3-bedroom, we're looking in the low 800s. For a 4-bedroom, around 1.1 million. And finally, the 5-bedroom was approaching 1.3 million. Up next is Vail Ranch, where 7 homes sold last month, 6 for over asking price. Just like what we saw in Morgan Hill, this neighborhood actually borders Morgan Hill just to the east, down in far south Temecula. The average days on market in this community, though, were 10 days as opposed to the 14 days we saw in Morgan Hill. 1 3-bedroom home sold for just over $600,000, 3 4-bedroom homes sold in the mid-700s, and 3 5-bedroom homes sold in the low 800s. Moving on to the largest neighborhood we're going to cover today, Redhawk. 22 homes sold here last month, with 17 going for over asking price, and the average days on market was 11. 7 3-bedroom homes sold in the low 700s, and you can see here with the 4-bedroom homes that there were some outliers driving up that average price, but average price for 4 bedrooms was in the low 800s, while the 5-bedroom homes sold in the high 800s. Still south of the 79, up next is Wolf Creek, where 9 homes sold last month, and all 9 went for over asking price. The average days on market here was only 6 days. There were 5 3-bedroom homes that sold, all in the low 700s, and then looking at the 4 bedrooms, you can see that there's quite a split between the median home price and the average price, and that is in large part because there's a $160,000 spread between the least expensive and most expensive of the homes that sold last month there, and then we have 1 5-bedroom home that sold in the low 800s. Heading out toward wine country now, Crowne Hill had 10 homes sell last month, 8 of which went for over asking price, with an average of 6 days on the market before going under contract. There were 2 3-bedroom homes that sold for an average of $730,000, so low 700s. And between the 4-bedroom and the 5-bedroom homes, there were a couple high outliers. So, for example, in the 4 bedrooms, there was 1 home that sold for $980,000, so pretty close to $1 million, kind of bringing up that average price over the median price. Same thing with the 5-bedroom homes. We had 1 home in there that sold for $1.2 million, which really brings up that average price over the median price. Finally, we had 1 home with 6 bedrooms that sold for $1.2 million. Jumping over to Paseo Del Sol now, we can see that 12 homes went last month, 9 of which went for over asking, and they were on the market for about 11 days on average. One of these homes that sold was actually a 2-bedroom, went for about $605,000, and then there's about a $100,000 jump to the 3-bedroom average in the low 700s, and then looking at the 4 bedrooms, they sold on average in the high 700s, and then 1 home, 5-bedroom, sold for $1.15 in Paseo Del Sol. Looking at Paloma Del Sol, when you actually compare April to May, there's a big jump in the number of homes sold here, from 9 to 19. So 13 of those homes went for over asking price, and they were on the market for an average of 11 days before going under contract. There were 9 3-bedroom homes, which sold in the mid 600s, and then we have 9 4-bedroom homes, which sold in the low 800s, and then 1 5-bedroom home that sold for $1.15 million. Between Chardonnay Hills, Vintage Hills, Vail Ranch, and Lake Harveston, it's hit and miss on which one of these communities is going to have enough volume to extract enough data to really make a chart like this. This month, we have Chardonnay Hills, where 5 homes sold, 2 of which went for over asking price after being on the market for an average of 10 days. 1 3-bedroom home went for $560, and then there's a big jump up to $706 for that 4-bedroom house. And then 2 sold that were 5 bedrooms in the low 800s, and then 1 home sold with 6 bedrooms for a whopping $1.25 million. Circling back to the topic of a changing market, Realtor.com is reporting that pending sales are down about 13% year over year. However, inventory is up about 8% year over year, and that's at the national level. We're starting to feel that here in the Temecula Valley as well, where there is an abundance of inventory, it feels like. However, the buyer demand has started to decrease a bit. As mortgage rates go up and buyer demand goes down, a key component of whether or not buyers are going to have much negotiating power with these sellers is seller motivation, and whether or not these sellers are under a time crunch to sell their home. A seller who lists their property just to see if they can take advantage of the inflated prices is very different from a seller who is listing because they have to move. The point I want to drive home, though, is that we're just beginning to see this shift in the market. We would still consider this a seller's market because sellers are still able to get the price they want, albeit they may have to leave their property on the market for a little bit longer. So we're going to watch those days on market, see if they increase over the next month. Otherwise, we would refer to this spring and summer season as more normal. Although buyer demand is down because of these increasing mortgage rates, inventory is generally up in the spring and summer as families relocate for various reasons to and from the area. The next few weeks and months will continue to tell the story about how this market is changing and what that's going to look like. I'm looking forward to reporting on that data and sharing it with you, including trench report stuff, stories with buyers, sellers, other agents to really give you an idea of what we're seeing and experiencing out there. For those of you who have your eye on the Temecula market, whether you're thinking about buying or selling, I hope this video was helpful to you. Please leave us a comment down below with any kind of feedback, whether it be positive or ways to improve. We always are looking for ways to deliver the best content to you, and we want to be the best agents we can for you. So reach out to us directly if you are thinking about buying and selling. Happy to help you.